I own jack shit. The following games, images, musics, and sounds belong to their respective owners. Please support the official release, or one of your nerd cards will be pulled. Hello, ladies and gentlemen, HDG here with some more Danganronpa, Trigger Happy Havoc. Alright guys, so let's get back to it. We parted ways and I headed back to my room. I'm kinda tired, so I laid down in bed. Maybe it was because of the stress of moving alter ego, but I was way more tired than I realized. So before long at all, I had completely dozed off. Ding dong. Who dat? Huh? I'm ringing my fucking doorbell. The sharp sound of the doorbell pierced my sleepy hazy and pulled me back to the real world. Rattle rattle. Makoto, get out here. Keiko, what's going on? Hina just came to see me, and she was white as a ghost. Sounds like something happened. Ah! What? As soon as I heard those words, my heart started to beat a little faster. I suddenly found myself wide awake. She said for us to come to the rec room. The rec room? Okay, let's hurry. Oh, fuck. I can't get the door open. Is it locked? Can't break down doors either. What's wrong? Makoto! Kyoko! Hina, what's wrong? Something's not right. In the rec room! What's inside? There was a window on the rec room door and I hurried to look inside. And when I did... Sakura? Is she unconscious? She's sitting upright in a chair like that. Like she's bowing her head.
Hey.
What's going on? Did something happen to here? I was just walking by past and I noticed her sitting through the window. But I couldn't get the window door open. I mean, damn it. I tried knocking, I tried calling her name, but she wouldn't respond. So, what should we do? What are we gonna do?
Anyway.
First of all, we need to get into that room. But the door is locked, right? And if we break in, we'll be violating school regulations.
Listen to me.
We're going to force our way in. I just said
Wrong.
the door isn't locked. It's not locked because the rec room doesn't have a lock. Then why? Feels like the door is pressing up against something inside the room. Is it the chair? Chair.
In other words.
Either way, this door isn't locked, which means as far as I can tell, the rule doesn't apply. Then there's no problem if we break it in. Let's smash the window. And that should be the fastest way. Okay, I'll go get something to break it with. Wait here. Wait right here. Inside the rec room, Sakura still hasn't moved an inch. She's just unconscious, right? Is she okay? I mean, it's Sakura, so I'm sure. No one can physically take her down. Ayako didn't reply. There was only silence, but that silence didn't last long. Here! I found a broom in the classroom. Use it! You can handle this, right, Makoto?
Please!
Come on, please, hurry! Okay, you two stand back. I took a hold of the broom, swung as hard as I could. Aiming directly at the window. All it took was one solid hit. The window shattered into 100 pieces, scattering across the rec room floor. I stuck my hand through the now open window and started jostling the chair leaning against the door. The chair is pretty heavy, but I pushed on it with all my strength and finally the knob turned. Sakura! I ran up to her as fast as I could, but the moment I laid my hand on her. No! All I felt was cold death. I could feel only the last lingering warmth of a living body. Life had abandoned Sakura's body, and then... Oh no.
A body has been discovered! After a certain amount of time, which you may use however you like, the class trial will begin!
Oh my gosh. Which class trial is this? Number 4. All-star apologies.
Huh?
Huh?
Sakura's.
I'm sorry.
Sakura's
Dead.
dead? She's really dead?
I hurried to talk, but my eyes stared steadily forward. I could only look on at Sakura's dead body. We didn't make it in time. It happened again. Muttering to herself, Kyoko began to gently inspect Sakura's body. I wonder was she confirming that Sakura really was dead, checking for a pulse or reaction? I have to go get them. I have to go get the others. On shaky legs, Hina left the rec room. And I... Why? Why does that have to happen? That's all I could say. I repeated it over and over again. I need to examine Sakura's body. Just stood there motionless behind her. I just stood there motionless behind her while she checked Sakura's corpse. Fuck. Time passed. While I stood there, unable to do anything, time just passed. And after I don't know how long, I got everyone. What? Ogre!
Yes, yes.
Oh, she's dead, huh?
I see.
Sakura's been killed. I see. As soon as they arrived, Kyoko began.
Just a second.
You heard the announcement just now, right? So you know what this means. Sakura was murdered, and by someone in this very room. Is this what you were going to say?
Huh?
No. Whoever killed her. It's not just someone in this room.
It's your fault!
It's one of you. Hiro, Bayokura, Toko, one of you killed Sakura. What?
What?
You're accusing us before we even begun the investigation? I don't need to investigate anything. Because you hated her. You hated the sight of her. You're getting too emotional again, Hina.
I won't forgive you.
One of you did it. I know it. You know it? Jeez, I didn't know your power level would increase by that much just by getting mad.
What the heck?
What are you doing here?
Come on.
Isn't it obvious? I'm here to hand out my little murder flyer.
The Monokuma file!
Hey, don't get so mad, Miss Ashina. Or you're gonna ruin that lewd little face of yours. Now then, with that, Hold on! It's something I wanted to ask you. Huh? It was you, wasn't it? You killed Sakura. Uh-huh. Sakura wanted to challenge the mastermind to a duel. Maybe you and her fought again, and then I killed her? Sorry, not quite. Actually, not even close. That whole thing is totally irrelevant now. Sakura came to a most regrettable end without even getting the chance to finish things with me. Which thank gosh for that. It saved me the trouble of having to go through with our little fight. Because even for someone like me, it would have been no mean feat to take down a behemoth like that.
Hey,
I gotta tell you, I was actually pretty worried. I mean, she violated a rule by attacking me in the first place, but I wasn't able to punish her. So I don't know who it was, but whoever the Blackened is this time, I owe you one.
What is this?
You owe them one? Oopsie. Before you get all pissy potty at me, you better figure out who did it first. Cause I mean, your lives are all on the line, right?
What is this?
What the hell? He owes someone?
Forgive
I hate him. I hate this whole thing. Well, I, for one, am glad it was Sakura. She was working for the mastermind after all. How can you say that now? So I don't have time for squabbling. The next game has already begun. If you want to be angry at someone, be angry at whoever killed Sakura.
Anyway,
Right now, our top priority needs to be uncovering Sakura's killer. If you can't do that, we're all dead. But let's decide who will stand guard this time. I'll do it. Hina? I'm okay. Just let me handle it. Besides, I want to be here with Sakura.
That's fine.
Okay, then here's guard number 1. But we need one more. Kyoko, that's you.
what?
Me? You're always a thorn in my side. This time you just stand by and watch quietly, considering that's an order. An order?
That's fine.
Fine, I'll stay behind. Then it's settled. Let's begin, shall we? Hold on! Before that, there's something I want to say.
What?
Which is... Hiro, Barikawa, Toko, none of you are allowed to step foot in the crime scene.
Huh?
What?
It's your fault!
One of you killed Sakura!
I won't forgive you.
Don't let someone like that come anywhere near her.
Stop talking.
Don't be stupid. Our lives are in just as much danger as yours. You have every right to investigate. I don't care what you say. I'm not letting the one who killed Sakura anywhere near her. Even if it means I had to use force. You're not getting in here. Well, it appears further discussion would be a waste of time. How about a
It's all
compromise?
clear now.
I won't ask to let all of us in. Just let me. What? You don't really care, do you? You're both useless anyway.
Yep.
Nope, don't really care. I want to spend my time coming up with another splendid fantasy involving Master anyway. And you, Hero? Do you really have an object? If you're gonna go that far, what can I do? I mean, I don't have anything to hide, so why should I care?
It's all clear now.
Then it's decided.
What are you saying?
Nothing's decided.
Calm down.
I know how you feel, Hina, but you should agree to his request. But,
Hey,
we had to find out who killed Sakura.
correct.
For those of us still alive, and to honor Sakura's memory. Fine, I guess that's okay. No matter what. But Akuya, you absolutely aren't allowed to touch her. Naturally. Who would want to touch a filthy dead body?
Listen.
That's enough fighting. We need to focus on the investigation from here on out. Everyone keep this in mind. If we cannot cover Sakura's killer,
Listen to me.
all of us are face execution. Finding out who killed Sakura. I don't think she killed herself. It's not a matter of hoping we can do it. If we want to survive, we have to do it. It's kind of hopeless hope. We have no choice but to just do it. I better check the Monokuma file before anything else. The victim was Sakura Ogami. The time of death is estimated to be around 12 noon. The body was discovered in a rec room on the 3rd floor of the school. There was evidence of a strong blow to the victim's head. No other injuries were noted. However, it seems that at some point the victim suffered from violent vomiting of blood. Monokuma's file number 4 has been added.
Hey,
So, vomited blood. She was poisoned and hit in the head to ensure death. No, she was hit in the head and poisoned to ensure death. There we go. I think the case this time might be a challenge. Why is that?
so...
The only way to the rec room was in the door we just came through. And that door had been jammed shut with the sheriff from inside the rec room. Which means the killer would have to escape somehow after barring the door. So if the door was blocked from the inside, and there was no way in or out till we broke the window, there's like zero escape, right?
In other words...
In other words, this is a classic locked room murder. Locked room murder! I guess you might see this kind of thing a lot in mystery movies or books or whatever. But could it really happen in real life? And right before our very eyes, like this?
Hey,
Are you curious to hear more about what a locked room murder entails? Sure, sure, if you don't mind.
that's fine.
When you break down this kind of murder mystery, there are 4 basic types. The first type, the locked room, is created after the actual crime is committed. This simply means that the killer commits his crime. Then through some special method seals the room. This mainly involves some sort of trick involving the locking of the room. Basic approaches include using a string or a simple mechanism. There are a number of variations. So for that, we'd have to do is check the door So for that, all we had to do is check the door to see if that's what it was, right?
Correct.
The second type is when the locked room already exists before the crime is committed. Oh?
In other words...
Basically, the killer uses a special contraption or tool from outside to target the victim inside. If you push a switch and it fires a handgun, you shot an arrow through a gap in the door, something like that.
However...
But in this case, that doesn't seem quite to fit. Seems to fit. So, I can't read today. I still can't read today. There are no guns or arrows in the school, and the door doesn't have any gap that would allow it. Yeah, I think we can probably cross that one off the list.
It's true.
The third type is when the killer stays in the room until it's opened. What do you mean by that?
In other words.
They stayed hidden, and when the door was open, they used confusion to blend in with the group. They pretend they showed up along with everyone else, and that's that. That sounds like it could have been a possibility, maybe.
It's true.
Possible, maybe. And the fourth one, and the final type, is when it wasn't actually a locked room at all. Not a locked
In
room.
other words.
By that, I mean, there actually is an alternate escape route somewhere within the room. You see, this is a lot of novels and things, but in reality, in general, it's generally not possible. Then you think we can cross that one off too?
Indeed.
I believe so, yes. So, when it comes to locked rooms mysteries, there are the basics. So there are 4 possibilities. And Kayako, which of these 4 choices seems the most likely in this case?
It's true.
That's a good question. Answering that should be our primary focus during this trial. Right now, I can't really say. I see. The way the killer set up the locked room. Until I figured that out, the truth behind Sakura's death will stay hidden. It's definitely a tough mystery. I need to concentrate and investigate as much as I can. With Sakura, if nothing else. There's shards of glass scattered all around the chair Sakura is sitting on. The glass is all red, and these are the top and bottom sections of a bottle, right? So this must have originally been a bottle. Glass shards on the floor has been added to the truth bullet section of your handbook. Huh? There's something else on the glass in the glass. It's a figure. It fits the palm of my hand. It's a Monokuma figure. Figure on the floor has been added to the truth bullet section of your handbook. This looks like some kind of wrapper.
Huh?
Ah, that's... Do you recognize it, Hina?
Well,
Well, yeah, I mean, I gave it to her. That's a candy wrapper. Sakura got super upset when she found out Genocide Jack had attacked me, right? So after we left the nurse's office, I gave it to her. I thought it might help her calm down a little. So you gave candy to Sakura? I found a big box of it in the warehouse. I really like them. Actually, as soon as we could get into the warehouse, I took the entire box back to my room. I made sure nobody else could get their hands on them. You really like them that much.
I mean,
But I wanted Sakura to get a chance to try one for herself. That's why I gave it to her. But now, they lost all their flavor. Hina. Polka dot candy wrapper has been added to the truth bullet section of your handbook. There's a blood stain in front of the magazine shelf. It must have come from Sakura, right? But that doesn't make sense. Why is it far away from where she died? Damn it! Ugh. Magazine shelf blood stain has been added to the truth bullet section of your handbook. Hold up! There are 4 red bottles lined up on the shelf. That's the bottle! That's the bottle! Inside the barrel is some kind of Monokuma figure. What I'm wondering is how'd they get those figures inside the bottles?
so...
It's no different from your standard ship in a bottle. Huh? You know, where the bottle's opening is smaller than the boat placed inside? You've never seen that? Oh yeah, maybe I
In
have.
other words,
So this is Monokuma's version of that. A Monokuma bottle, if you will. Monokuma bottle has been added to the true section bullets of your handbook. I feel like I'm starting to make sense of things little by little. The Monokuma bottle is sitting on the shelf. The Monokuma figure we found on the ground. The red shard of glass, which probably started out as a bottle. Which would mean Sakura must have been hit in the head with a Monokuma bottle, right? The shard of glass and Monokuma figure are evidence of that. So I think it's safe to say that Monokuma bottle was a weapon. Sakura drew her last breath sitting slumped forward into the chair. There's an obvious evidence that the blow to the head Sakura suffered. Normally, I wouldn't have a problem believing that's what killed her. But according to the Monokuma file, she also vomited blood. I can see a trace of blood on her lips, for sure. So, what would have caused her to vomit blood? The Monokuma file specifically said she hadn't suffered any other injuries. Maybe her getting hit on the head somehow caused her to start vomiting blood. Not a chance, Bayakawa. However, your eyes have landed on the most interesting location. Interesting.
Naturally.
Yes, most interesting, don't you agree? No, I don't think I called it interesting. But it does make me wonder. The reason Sakura vomited blood absolutely has to be connected to the way she died. Oh, hello. There's some kind of plastic container rolling around near the entrance to the room.
So,
It looks like a protein drink and it's empty. Sakura must have drank it. Everyone knows how much she loved her protein. And she mentioned more than once how protein was good for all sorts of ailments. I wouldn't take that to heart if I were you. I know. Still, this protein can. It's got a label on it that says Chem A2. Which reminds me, Sakura mentioned how the chem lab has all kinds of health stuff. So she must have gotten it from the chem lab.
just a second.
But that's so strange, huh? What is it? You see what's scattered around the can? It's like shards of light blue glass. There must be parts of the window I broke to get inside. But they aren't just scattered around. The can, they're also underneath it. So why does that matter? I can't say that for sure, but you're probably going to want to take note of it. I feel like it will become an important clue later on. Important clue, I'm not sure I see how. An empty protein has been added to the... whatever. I think I checked nearly every fucking thing. Do I have to talk to people now? What do you want? You're bothering me, go away. I've been trying to hide the fact how much he despises me. I'd better go before he crushed my soul completely. Hina?
What the heck?
We already know who did it. Baraka, Toko, or Hiro. It had to be one of them. They couldn't stand the sight of her. You agree with me, don't you, Makoto? Well, I don't want to say anything for sure without finding out more. Yeah, don't know until... You 100% thought it was Hiro last time, like, you're so quick to answers, Hina. Then let me help you find out more. You see, Sakura asked me, all three of them, to meet with her. You know where? Right here in the rec room. What? Oh shit, that's a big clue. After I went to the nurse's office this morning, Sakura and I both left together, right? Well, eventually she went off on her own. But when I saw her again after that, she told me, she said she'd left a note for each of them. She asked them to meet her in the rec room by noon. By noon. The Monokuma file says she died right around then. I'm telling you the truth. I heard it right from Sakura herself, and I tried to stop her. But she wouldn't listen. She said not to worry, that she just wanted to talk to them. And this is what happened. If I stopped her by force, even this would have happened. Hina. It's impossible not to have regrets, I know. Aoi's account has been added to the truth bullet section of your handbook. But the fact that she had asked those three to meet, Yeah. It might be good to confirm what I just heard with the three of them directly. Come here, bitch.
What?
What do you want? You're bothering me. There's something I'd like to talk to you about. Make it quick. Is it true that Sakura asked you to meet her in the rec room? So you found out. Interesting. Then it's true. I did receive a note to that effect, yes. But what fool would do what it said and risk being killed by that monster? So you didn't go see her? Of course not. I ripped the note in shreds and threw it away. I haven't seen Sakura today at all. Baraka said you didn't go to her? Is that the truth? Well, until I can prove otherwise, I have no choice but to accept that sad fact. If you're all finished, please remove yourself from my sight. Okay, thanks. Yeah, I think I'm the only reason he can't commit murder because he knows my keen eye. Alright, who else saw her today? Ah, yes. So it's the only way in and out of the rec room. The door doesn't have a lock, and there's no evidence that the mountings have been tampered with. The only notable change to the door is the smashed window, which happened, of course, when I broke it to get inside. There's no evidence that any kind of string or mechanism was used on the door. In other words, I don't see anything suspicious about the door itself. I need to examine the crime scene as much as possible. What else is there? Wait, what's that? Huh? The locker's open, and there on the inside, it's a handprint.
Why?
It's a handprint. What's a handprint doing here? Looks like someone touched the inside of the locker and left the handprint. It's all in dust.
It's true.
It looks quite fresh too. I say someone was hiding in the locker, and they left behind a little something extra. So then, maybe the killer hid in there until the locked room was open, don't you think? And during all the confusion, he popped out and joined the rest of us in the group. Unfortunately, that's not a possibility. Well, why not?
Hey,
Think back, before we opened the door, we looked inside, right? Oh yeah, the locker was already open at that point.
indeed.
So there's no way someone could have hidden in there until after we opened the door. So then, what does the handprint mean? Locker handprint has been added to the true section bullets of your handbook. Let's say from the magazine. The chair! The chair was shoved up against the doorknob where we couldn't get the door to open. There's no evidence that any kind of string of mechanisms was used on the chair. In other words, there's no reason to think the chair had anything special done to it. Having examined both the door and the chair, there's no doubt the reason the door didn't open was simply because the chair was shoved against it. This kept the doorknob from turning and the door from opening. And there was no evidence of the door or chair being tampered with or anything like that. So the killer must have created the locked door from the inside, not from the outside. Ah, the rec room door has been added to the true section of your handbook. Okay, it's around 1 o'clock right now. According to Monokuma's file, she died around 12 noon, so roughly an hour ago. So that was when Kyoko and I were moving off to Ego. Possible. Oh my gosh, what am I need to examine, damn it? The same shelf of magazines. There's all different kinds of magazines here. Sakura drew a last president slumped forward in his chair. This obvious sign of multiple blows to the head. So face, ED. Yep, trace the blood. Now, let's talk to you. But for Sakura, it's too bad been killed. Yeah, she's not the type who would go down without a fight.
It's true.
And she certainly didn't, I would say. She was the ultimate martial artist, strong in body, mind, and spirit. So, how was the killer able to get the upper hand on her? I wondered, did someone get the upper hand? That must have taken her by surprise,
Certainly.
right? Certainly. They would have needed to get... They would have needed to if they expected to stand any chance against her.
Listen.
Well, Makoto, have you finished with your general investigation? Yeah, I think so, for the most part.
So then,
Then you should probably go talk with people now. I'm on guard duty, so I can't leave
listen
here.
to me.
Which is why I decided you'll go in my place. She decided. She's gotten a lot more pushy since we had our issue. But she's right. I do have to go talk to the others. Sakura wanted to meet with 2 other people. I need to hear what they have to say. To the area? Yes, shit. Oh, so we went back to the room, so... Toko first. I pressed the doorbell. With a few seconds.
Who's there?
Those negative auras I felt ever felt. And an aura of total decay.
What do you want?
So you're back to normal. Genocide Jack isn't around anymore.
Don't even say her name. It makes me sick to my stomach. I was in such a good mood, too.
She didn't look like she was in a good mood.
Hey, I was hoping to talk to you about something.
Obviously I know Toko slid out into the hall.
What do you want?
You said you wanted to talk to me about something. I wanted to talk about the fact that Sakura had asked to meet with you. What?
Wow.
I don't know what you're talking about. Sakura already told me she asked me to meet with him. Damn it! I read that right wrong, didn't I? Whatever. Well, she wanted to meet with Master too? What? She wanted to meet with Master too? I just said two, didn't I? I guess now it's totally obvious, huh? Yeah, pretty much. So can you tell me about it? I admit, I did get the note. But I didn't go see her. I was scared, so I couldn't bring myself to go. Toko claims she didn't go see her, but can I really believe her? Until I can prove otherwise, I have no choice but to accept it as a fact. Is that good enough? Then I'm going back to my room. With that, Toko quickly retreated into her room. Toko's account has been added to the Truth Bullet section of your handbook. She's dead. Dead. Not dead. I pressed the doorbell. In a few seconds.
You know?
What's up, Makoto? Did you need something? Yeah, actually, I just wanted to check something. It's about how Sakura wanted to meet with you.
What?
How'd you know about that?
Could it be?
Well, did you maybe gaze into my soul? Have your special abilities awakened in you? But what? I'm not the only one who she wanted to go meet with. Olga told me herself that she asked Bayokawa and Toko to come too. What? When did Sakura tell you that? Oh, well, when she asked me to meet with her, of course. But did she write you a note? A note. She gave it to me in person. And she happened to mention the others, like, in passing. I gotta be honest, this is super suspicious. So then you went and meet with Sakura?
Got it all wrong.
No way, I totally didn't. Why would I ever do that? Yeah, definitely suspicious.
Actually,
Last time I saw Olga was when Hina got hurt and I took her to the nurse's office.
don't look at me.
I haven't seen her since then. While I'm here, could you show me the note she gave you? Do I still have it? Let's see. Hiro is feeling around in his pockets.
Hey,
Oh,
come
sorry.
on.
Looks like I don't have it anymore. With a big goofy smile on his face, he pulled his hands back out of his pockets. But when he did, I saw something flutter to the ground. Something had fallen out of Hiro's pocket. Hiro, you have a lot of explaining, little. Huh? Quick as the wind, he'll snatch it back up again. Oh, that's the candy. Please tell me Hiro didn't do it. I like this guy. Come on, please. He's a little goofball. And shoved it back into his pocket.
Hey, come on.
Sorry, there's a bit of trash I forgot to throw out. Trash.
What?
Anyway, I can't deny that Ogre asked to meet with me, but I never went. So, well, if you'll excuse me, before waiting for a reply, Hiro quickly slipped back into his room. Hiro said that was just trash, but there's no way that's all there was to it. Pocket trash has been added to the Truth Bullet section of your handbook. So if I've heard from Toko and Hiro, what next? I'll definitely have to look up at the actual crime scene again. Top of that, maybe I can find something about the protein can on the floor of the rec room. I'm sure it must have come from the chem lab. So where should I start? Chem lab. Because she was poisoned. Pretty sure she was poisoned. Makoto, did you have your eye on the chem lab too? Just make sure you don't get in my way. Yeah, I got it. I think what you meant to say was, yes sir, I understand. Fucking asshole. This isn't my first time seeing the shelf. How big it is. I look closer. Looks like 3 shelves have been connected together to make one gigantic shelf. But more importantly right now, what's the powder that's been spilling in front of the shelf? I have to be careful not to step in it. Oh, hello. There's a bunch of yellow powder scattered around the floor. It better not leave a footprint. Like that. There are footprints? There are only in front of this left shelf. How do these footprints relate to the scene as a whole? We may need to sketch out a floor plan. By we, do you mean me? How kind of you to offer. With an insufferable smirk, he handed me a piece of paper with a pen.
What?
Well, let's go. Chop chop. Okay. That's it. So I sketched to work, and before long, I drawn up a sketch of the floor room. So how's this? Not bad. For you, I mean. For me.
See.
So when you look at this, like, when you look at it like this, interesting. It would appear that whoever left these footprints on had business at the leftmost shelf. They came in, went straight to the shelf, and did whatever they had to do, and then left. That's what the footprints tell me.
I see.
These footprints must be
Certainly
Makoto.
possible.
Are they yours? No.
What?
Okay then, let me see your shoes. I'll confirm their sizes for myself. I couldn't think of any reason not to, so I quickly did what Byakuya said. I see, your feet appear to be too big. Unfortunately, I must admit these are not your footprints. Unfortunately. Which means you are clear these... But with how clear these footprints are, it should be quite easy to determine who they do belong to. These footprints are really quite valuable. There are broken powder in front of the shelf. Is this where all the powder came from? Looks like Chem C4. Would you like to hear something interesting? I was on the 4th floor this morning checking things out, and at this point this room wasn't like this. Then this powder must have been spilled.
So in other words...
That's right. It could only have been around the time of the incident. If that's really is how... if that's really is when it happened, it must be related to the case somehow. Source of the powder has been added to the truth bullet section of your handbook. I should probably take a look hard at that powder. There's a bunch of yellow powder scattered on the floor and the shelf. There's also the remains of a broken bottle. It looks like the bottle was labeled Chem C4. It also looks like someone left footprints in the powder. Based on the positioning of the footprints, whoever was only went there to the left on the shelf. But how did it get spilled? According to Byakuya, the powder would have had to been spilled right around the time of the incident. That's all I can tell for now. Footprints on the powder has been added. Hey. Let's see what's on this shelf. There are all kinds of dietary supplements and different medicines. The protein drink we found in the rec room probably came from this shelf. All the containers on this shelf are labeled A, with the letter A and a number. So I guess we can consider this part of the shelving unit section A. Huh? But wait. Chem C9. There's one bottle here that's labeled Chem C9. So could have someone put it here by accident? On this shelf is one look and I can tell it's nothing but dangerous chemicals. These look like poisons and other powerful chemicals. All the containers on this shelf are labeled with the letter C and a number. So I guess I can consider this part of the shelving unit section C. Wait. There's a broken bottle on the shelf floor. Is it better? It's C4. It was on the floor. So that's a poison. You must have mixed it with the protein. Let's be. So on the shelf it looks like a bunch of chemicals. I have no idea what they are. They are reagents. Put simply, they are used in experiments to bring about a chemical reaction. How have you lived in such ignorance for so long? It's mostly truly be bliss. Must truly be bliss. Isn't that kind of harsh? What? You think studying science and mathematics has no practical application in the real world? The world's of a lifelong loser, which I suppose suits you well. I didn't even say that. Anyway, that doesn't even matter. Right now, I need to focus on the shelf. All the containers on this shelf are labeled with the letter B and a number. So I guess I can consider this part of the shelving unit section B. I don't see anything out of the ordinary here. In which case, I don't have to worry about the shelf too much. Just try to find out more about the shelving unit. Looks more like split into 3 sections. Section A has starch and substance. Section B has reagents. Section C has lethal chemicals. Sakura must have gotten the protein powder from Section A. What concerns me is this Section C. There was a bottle with labels from Section C. What was a bottle of C9 poison from Section C doing in Section A? There's definitely something more important going on there. Chem lab shelf has been added to the truth bullet section of your handbook. I've already taken a good look at the chem lab. Maybe I should take another look at the rec room. Yeah. So the rec room is on the bottom floor. Right there, we'll do it. Let's take a good look at this room.
Hey.
So Makoto, how's your investigation going? I told Kayako what Sayoko and Hiro told me. I see. So along with Bayakawa, they're both claiming they didn't go see her. It's also convenient. Someone must be lying. Someone's lying.
Anyway.
Well, I must have made some progress of my own. Sakura's body, the shelf of magazines, and the Monokuma's bottle. These 3 things have revealed new clues. You do well to look at them over one more time. There's a bloodstain in front of the magazine shelf. I can only assume that the bloodstain is very true. Why is it only far away when she died? Gotta go to the magazine shelf finding some clue. Clue. Hello! Huh? This magazine is upside down. Did someone put it back the way on accident?
Hey.
If something catches your eye, it's important for you to explore that in detail, don't you think? Yeah, you're right. I picked up the inverted magazine and flipped through This is one of the pages near the center of the magazine. A word had been written in the bold letters. They said, "Toko." Could this be a dying message?
Correct.
Then it would appear you found it. Kayako, is this? It is indeed a dying message. Someone used their finger to write it. A dying message.
However.
But just to be clear, I'm not the one who put it back upside down. It was already like that when I found it a while ago. I made sure to put it back exactly as I found it, for the benefit of others who might come looking. Hey, is that says Toko, right? Yeah, look like it. Then she's a killer, right? Well, it hasn't been confirmed yet.
I won't forgive you.
It's settled. She's the killer for sure. That's conclusive evidence, right? We can use it to corner the killer. I can see why you would have think that, but it just seems too easy. If anything, it makes me that much more suspicious. There we go. Got through the sentence like a big boy. Magazine dying message has been added to the truth bullet section of your handbook. Going to Kyoto, there's still something to be discovered on Sakura's body. Just starting off into space isn't going to help you figure out anything. Well, yeah, I know, but don't you think you might need to actually examine a body? Okay? There's no getting around it. Unlike me, Kyoko didn't recoil at the thought of touching a dead body. She was completely unemotional. It's the kind of thing I've grown perversely used to. Although, there are still some times I can't believe how calm you are. No matter how many times I see a dead body, I can't get used to it.
It's true.
That's totally normal. Then how can you...
So...
I imagine it's because I've had plenty of opportunities to touch dead bodies in the past. What? Sorry, never mind. More importantly, look here. Her shoes? You see that yellow powder on his instep? Yeah, it really stands out.
See.
The powder is a clue. Is a clue number 1. Yellow powder has been added to the truth. No.
Hey,
No. Next to the wound on her
It's
head.
true.
Look carefully. Actually, even telling you that is incredibly difficult to spot. So let me just
it
explain.
would seem...
It would appear that she didn't suffer a single blow, but instead received 2 blows to the head. 2 blows. Interesting, wouldn't you have say? And there's one more interesting thing. Both of her hands were spotless. There's absolutely no trace of blood on either one. She didn't write the fucking letter.
It's true.
So that's what I've learned from examining her body in detail. Kyoko's examination summary has been added. I can't believe she was able to learn all that just by looking at her body. I don't think anyone but Kyoko could have pulled that off. Anything else you want to say, Kyoko? Sakura's body, the shelf magazines, and Monokuma's bottles. Ah. I think Kyoko said she found a new clue involving Monokuma's bottles. Something new. Wait! 1, 2, see, pawn, king. That looked like a, okay, on the far right that's a queen. The middle that's a bishop. Where's the knight and... Where's the knight? It should be a knight, at least. Wait, rook, king. Where's the knight and queen? Where's the knight and queen?
Hey,
So, did you figure it out? There's a hidden correlation between all the bottles, so please pay careful attention. I'm sure you'll find it. Correlation. Pawn, rook, knight. Where's the knight and queen? Hey Kyoko, can't you just tell me what it is? I don't mind guiding you towards a clue, but giving you a conclusion isn't a good idea. Each person needs to come up with their own conclusion so that everyone can have confidence in the outcome. It's not just because you don't trust me, right? No answer? I do trust you to a degree. Otherwise, I wouldn't have told you anything to begin with. Only to a degree. Monokuma's bottle has been updated in the truth section.
Hey.
Actually, there's one other thing about Monokuma bottles that's been bothering me. I like to do an experiment to confirm it. You don't mind helping me, do you? An experiment?
anyway...
Can you gather up all the pieces of the bottle, of Monokuma bottle? Trying to get the smaller pieces too. Huh? Are you sure it's okay to mess with the crime scene like that?
Doesn't matter.
I've already done a thorough investigation, so it's fine. So that's Noctis Byakuya is not here, so...
So then...
Anyway, I need to get something from the chem lab. While I'm gone, trying to gather up all the glass. With that, Kyoko left the room. I really don't know what this is about, but what choice do I have? I better just do it. I took the broom and dustpan and got to work collecting all the broken bottle pieces. And just as I finished up, sorry to keep you waiting.
So then...
Is everything ready? Then let's get to work. So what kind of experiment are we doing?
In other words...
I got a scale from the chem lab. We are going to use it to compare weights. Compare the weights of what? Pieces of glass you collected and the one of Monokuma bottles that's still intact. Why do you want to do that? That's the point of the experiment. It'll make sense when we're done.
Listen.
First, let's compare the weight of the two of the normal Monokuma bottles. It's
In
balanced.
other words...
which means each Monokuma bottle weighs about the same. Which makes sense. The Monokuma figures inside basically the same, and nothing else could really affect the weight.
So then,
Now then, here comes the most important part. I'll put all the pieces picked up on one side of the scale. Now what might we expect to see? A normal assumption would be either they'll balance out or the pieces I collected will be lighter. I did my best to gather them all, but there's a chance I could have missed some here and there.
so then.
Hey, let's give it a try. Huh? The broken pieces are heavier? How? How is that possible?
I knew it.
Just as I thought.
In
What?
other words,
The result of our experiment and the correlation between each of the bottles put it all together, and I believe you will arrive at one very persuasive conclusion. So what do you think? It's all on you. Monokuma experiment. What? Ah, shit.
Whoops! You caught me sleeping. Your investigation was just so boring I couldn't stay awake.
Shut up. Do some real work for once in your life, bitch.
Should I do it? Is it okay? Can I?
No.
Okay, then let's begin the class trial. You know where to meet, right?
Yeah.
Please go through the red door on the first floor of the school.
Mm-hmm.
See you soon.
It's already time. But the mystery of the locked room is still only half solved. At this point, whatever happens will have to happen at the class trial. No! Not whatever happens. I have to make something happen. Alright. Just in time, too. Monokuma made his announcement, and everyone began to meet up, one after another. And then... the ultimate martial artist. A locked room murder mystery.
what?
What the? Oh, I just recently discovered the power of emoticons. Like, no matter how awful something is, if you toss in a smiley face, it turns positive.
Yes, indeed.
For example, you're at a picnic and you find a dead body. XD. This is just plain creepy.
Well,
And how about the reverse? No matter how great something is, if you put it in a sad face, it makes it look super negative.
yes, indeed.
For example, do you have 100 friends? He's right. That does make it seem sad.
I can't wait.
No then, please get on the elevator. I'll see you all down there. Oh my gosh, the damn fucking face. What the hell was that? I don't get it.
Just the worst.
I don't get you guys. How can you act so casual after murdering someone?
Don't look at me!
I don't think I'm acting casual.
Don't be mean!
I mean, I didn't murder anyone.
What the heck?
Yeah, I'm completely innocent. How dare you call me a murderer?
What the heck?
Whatever. Either way, the truth will be revealed soon enough. Because there can be no doubt one of us is the culprit. The killer. The one that murdered Sakura. She was stronger than anyone I know. And yet, someone killed her. And that person is here? That person is one of us? 6 of us remain. Come on, it's time to put an end to this. Most likely 5. I made my way toward the elevator. But with each step I took, I felt like I was moving further and further away from my goal. I could feel a chilling fear running through me, trying to make me rot from the inside out. No matter how many times I go through this, it never gets any easier. We climb into our steel prison in total silence. We watched the doors close, and it felt it begin its sinister descent. The elevator lowered, uttering its all too familiar chunky, clunking sounds. It fell lower and lower, and suddenly, as always, the ride was over. The doors open once again. Just 6 of you, huh? Really? That's so few. Must be so lonely. You say that like it's not your fault we're all that's left. I wonder, will the class trial end with one less classmate again? Or will your school life come to an end completely? Now then, are we ready to begin? You know the drill. Find your assigned seats. And so the curtain opened for the 4th time. A deadly judgment, a deadly deception, a deadly betrayal, a deadly riddle, a deadly defense, a deadly fate, a deadly class trial! Yes! Alright guys, I'm gonna stop it right there. So you know, next time when you see me recording, right at the beginning of a class trial. Until next time I step out of the void, enjoy your existence.
A day in October, the leaves were falling just like me when it was over. One more day of sorrow and I'll struggle to stay sober. Hope to see you later when I get older.